Back again for more? Well then, welcome.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Blue Fox 22 come back with more of the scary, spooky Halloween show. So this week's going to be a little sporadic. It's going to be on and off. I'm having rendering issues. So Darksiders is going to be a little short for this week. But next week, hopefully everything goes smoothly with Alien Breed. But anyway, what is up? Back with more Darksiders. So in this little area here, of course this is post commentary, like I said. This area here, we're doing a little showcasing of what I was doing earlier in the beginning part of the game. Instead of me just outright waiting, I jumped ahead a little bit. When you gain the ability to collect souls for currency, every destructible object and every enemy gives souls. Early on, my advice to you now, my souls are broken because, you know, for the sake of the week and all that, I wanted to get as far as possible. Mine are above and beyond what you would normally have. But, early on, break everything that you can break and pretty much kill anything that you can kill. Yeah, over here, if it looks like you can break it, break it. If it looks like you can pick it up and throw it. Thought I could make that jump. Can't make that jump. Not yet, at least. Still want to know what that wall's made of. Is it bone or flesh? So here, I don't know why I keep jumping ahead on this part. That was telling you that you can double jump in. And then certain walls you can wall run on with the aid of War's ginormous hand. Alright, so I'm going to shut up for this part. Oh no, what a surprise. They move.
Here comes the welcome party. War, why don't you introduce yourself?
And these enemies you don't even have to fight. You can grab them up and just break them. And if you aim correctly, you can actually smash enemies into other enemies. Swinging them is... So yeah, how is everybody doing? Looking forward to Halloween. I won't be off, but I probably will be live streaming Monday or Tuesday for Wednesday, because Wednesday I have work. So I'll probably be streaming probably around between 3 and 5 for Wednesday. If not, then I'll let you all know. I'll probably end up streaming that weekend. Oh, this guy. Hate this guy. Because that's all he does. I mean, there.
Over here. You better come when I call.
Yeah, and pretty self-explanatory. That's Gauntlet Glow. When the Gauntlet glows, it's telling you that you can pretty much interact with something. Mainly if it's plot heavy, I noticed. If it's not plot heavy, it won't glow. Okay, now, where'd that come from? Clearly we would have saw that up there if that was up there. Where'd that come from? There's no way. There's no room for it to... Where did it come from? There's no room for it to be up there. So, what? And then I forgot. I'm like, wait, where am I supposed to go? Then I realized, wait, no, it came from there. Not there. Oh, there it is. I did not see him, and he legit scared me. I'm like, where'd he come from? But yeah, these big guys, they hit you, they do this belly burst explosion thing. That right there. And then, I used the wrong item. And then, that's it. When you get them weak enough, they blow up. They literally go nuclear. And they like to laugh at you a lot. So yeah, I hope everyone's enjoying their October so far. One of my favorite times of the year. We can indulge in the scary, the spooky, and the creepy, the horrendous, and the psychologically scarring. What is it? That guy's not dead. Where'd he go? Yeah, we know. So I skimmed past that really quick. It was pretty much telling you that objects can be damaged in order to gain souls from them. Kinda know that. Damn it. So yeah, I didn't see that hole there, and I fell almost all the way back down. Oh yeah, I'm going to promote the video again, but don't forget there is a card contest for this month. It is the Halloween or horror themed deck for this month. This lovely month of October. So yeah, I will leave a link to the video down in the description below. And also I will leave an info card for the card contest. And yeah, right now, my advice to you is early on, you don't have to fight every single guy you encounter. You can ignore them, but my advice to you is don't. Because there's some really good stuff that you can get early on. Spoilers, we're using the souls as currency, but when you do get the ability to use them as currency, there's some things that you can get later on that are actually pretty useful. Whoops. I'm like, wait, no, that's where I can go. Whee! Oh, and just to let you all know, I am going through this blind. I'm not using a guide or anything. I'm just doing this all on my own and exploring as I go along. So in this little area, you pretty much gotta wipe everyone out before you can progress. Almost like the sealed rooms in Devil May Cry. Until you'll see me go to grab an enemy to end it quicker, but I'm accidentally big boy here. I accidentally keep grabbing chairs. So yeah, this guy's not hard. He's just very annoying because his ground pound, that move right there, it's a little bit the arc. The aerial sweep that it comes with is a little bit higher than I thought it was. So yeah. Here they pretty much tell you about your magic. You can assign 3 spells, 4 if you're feeling brave. You can assign 3 spells and 1 item. If you hold down the left bumper, I believe, unless you remap your controller. The left bumper, and then 1 of 3 spells and or an item if you want to use an item. But the only item I use is the rebirth item. That's it. And that's in case your health drains all the way down and you automatically get a free refill. But other than that, I don't use anything else. Dodged a bullet there. So yeah, to recap what happened in the earlier episode, we pretty much got screwed over by Hell. We were tricked somehow, and we were made to believe that the 7 seals that mark the end of the apocalypse were broken. So, War, being one of the 4 horsemen who, you know, when the seals start to break, he has to answer the call, thought that there was a call for the apocalypse. So he decided to show up. Here, he got tricked somehow, and it turns out a demon called the Destroyer.
How long was I gone?
In Earth years, about a century. Long enough for the last of the mouth breathers to die off.
Then, the Third Kingdom is lost.
Yeah, the Destroyer, he somehow managed to, I would guess, wake War up or cause War to hear the call. And he showed up, and then he realized, wait, something's not right. I'm on Earth.
Subtle. I almost didn't hear you coming.
Vulgrim.
The Council finally took me seriously. If so, you're surely not empty-handed. For this shall be the briefest of introductions.
This line coming up is just creepy.
There were
Creepy.
young ones. Spectacular. You seek the power behind the one called Destroyer. You will find the answers. And
Okay,
the
thanks,
fault
bye.
of his power there. Oh, such haste to die. You aren't even a shadow of your former self. You wouldn't last a heartbeat. Besides, the way to the tower is shrouded by demon magics. Even I do not know the way.
Who does?
Feed my hunger. And I'll feed yours.
So, like I was saying, yeah. So pretty much War got tricked.
These ancient gates have a mind of their own, but with this, you may reach an understanding. Beyond the gate, seek out Samael's prison. Once, Samael was close in power to the Dark Prince himself. Some might even say, a threat. You will find he is no friend to the Destroyer. Seek me out when you've gathered more souls.
Yeah, so War pretty much got tricked into showing up on Earth, and the Council put the blame all on him. They thought he was in league, they still think he's in league with the Destroyer, and he's not. He was there destroying angel and demon alike, because the rule is anyone on Earth, when the apocalypse happens, they die. That is, you know, the rules, the lay of the land, the rules, the law that was, you know, established and foretold. The riders shall ride, and all upon earth shall face their wrath. But here I'm showcasing your different items, the item in general, Chaos Eater here, the different moves you can do for now, and the different items you have and the different spells you have. Blade Geyser. Blade Geyser is my go-to spell. I don't use any other spell other than Blade Geyser and another spell we're going to get later on. But I'm not going to go to Samurai Jack because, yes, ladies and gentlemen, the voice actor who does the voice for Samurai Jack also does the voice for Velgrim. Yeah. Weird. But I'm not complaining. You know, they got some really good voice actors for this game. I wish I had found, you know, Darksiders sooner, because this is my kind of game. Yeah, those guys, for as intimidating as they are, your level 1, you know, sword geyser spells enough to wipe them out. I don't think I ever actually go into a serious fist fight with those guys. Ever. And like I said, I'm using a trainer for this just to make it a little easier. Because I've been having so many technical difficulties with this game that it's annoying. And it's not even this game, it's just the PC in general. So updates are soon to come, hopefully. The main thing I want to try and get is a CPU and see if that'll help. I was able to render 2 videos at a time before, but now, after some updates and a newer version of Movie Studio, the computer won't let me render 2 videos at the same time, so now I'm stuck to rendering 1 video at a time again. And you know, a half-hour video can take, you know, half hour to an hour just to render. So but yeah, there is no dedicated run per se for this game. You do have War's charge ability, and that's pretty much how I move across the map. Like a lot of people like to backdash and Symphony in the Night. For me, I try to grab him and I grab the item next to him. For me, every now and then I will use War's dash attack. Hold dash. Just to get from point A to point B. I'll take that, thank you. And right now, the world is somewhat opened up to us. It's not, like, completely open world, but it's open world enough. And there are some items that we can get. Don't mind if I do. There are some items that we can get now. And the main thing is I want to try and get as many souls as possible before I talk to Velgrim. Because as you saw, we had over... I think it was 10,000 souls? 10,000 or something along those lines. Between 10 and 100,000 souls. He took most of them. And if you didn't gain a lot of souls early on, you're not going to be able to buy anything when you do go to Velgrim. So you're going to have to wait a while before you get what I'm going to get. Those crows there, that crow that I attacked, are hard to see sometimes. There it goes. You can attack those to get some free health if you need it. There is an item I want to point to up here in the sky. I'll show that off when we get there. But I want these souls. Delicious. Yeah, 1 million now. Yeah, we had 100,000 souls, and he took most of them. If not, I think, yeah, he took most of them. And with Sword Geyser, it makes breaking objects and harvesting souls a lot easier. But there's this item up here. I believe it's a grapple point. I'm not too sure. But we'll find out what that is later.
What would you ask of this humble merchant?
Yeah, I kind of hit the other car by accident. Yeah, shut up. So that's why the car I threw just slid into him instead of actually hurting him. Down there we can't get through yet, so we're going to have to hold off on that. But over here, you can come down this way. And this is where Sword Geyser shines in like tight corridors and stuff like this. There's two things we can do here. I'm gonna do the harder part first. So you may not see it just yet, but there's this little tiny dot right there to the left-hand side. Don't go near that. It's an automatic response. It will defend itself by turning into a blade whip, almost like something from Parasite, the anime. And it'll knock you off the ceiling, and you're gonna take a drink. Down there, instructions for swimming: B to descend, Y to ascend, and I believe right trigger to swim faster. I don't know why this was giving me a hard time. Clearly I was hitting it, but apparently I wasn't. And this is an artifact that Velgrim wants. So when you find these artifacts and you turn them into Velgrim, he will give you souls in exchange for it. So yeah, you want to bring him as many artifacts as you can find. So the only thing I'm doing now is just double checking to make sure that I have every single piece, everything from this little area. And I think we got everything. Let's get the heck out of here. Can't get over there. So let's go talk to our good old buddy Velgrim. So I'm going to go through this pretty quick. Not too fast, but quick enough. You find Velgrim. Just press B to talk to him.
On your journey, you may come into possession of certain items that are of particular interest to me. Artifacts of the Fallen Legion. If you discover any Legion artifacts, bring them to me.
So yeah, he explains artifacts, pretty much what I explained to you. You find them, bring them back to him. You'll get a prompt if you have any, and it'll tell you to press X to trade artifacts.
See anything you like?
Pretty much going through all the categories: items, weapons, I believe move/spells, and then passive abilities.
You are as wise as you are powerful. You drive too hard a bargain, friend.
So there's Wrath Shards and Wrath Cores. Each core allows you to perform a spell. And then each shard adds a new segment to a core. Empty vessels allow you to store an item. So in this case, a healing item, a wrath item, or in this case, an undying item. Healing, wrath for your spells, and then undying is that item I told you that I like to use when you're close to, when you die, so your health automatically restores. And here I am buying power-ups for Chaos Eater. And these are your Wrath abilities. So I just got Stone Skin. So Stone Skin pretty much buffs your defense by 50% and increases your attack by a percentage, but I forgot how much. And then you can buy new weapons here. In this case, we have the Scythe, and then the Harvester. I believe the Scythe is what you can normally get. I believe the Harvester is DLC, but since this is the Warmastered edition, you get all the DLC with the game. Which, of course, there will always be a link to the Steam page in the description below. And then, of course, when you buy a new weapon, you can buy that new weapon's abilities. Just cracks me up because if you go and try to buy something and it's either not available or you don't have enough souls, he gets like so pissed off with you, it's not even funny. Did you seriously come here to waste my time? Yeah. Is this some sort of joke? Return when you're serious. Looks like old Volgo's got something new for you. And the funny thing is, I didn't realize that was the voice actor for Samurai Jack. Oh, let me see if I can pull up his name again. Like when I found that out, I just cracked up laughing.
Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the show. See you soon.